Hello and welcome to the Duty Beat Show, episode 19. We come back to you guys on another beautiful day. I think today's Sunday. I don't know when you'll be hearing this, but life's good. The coffee's great. The day's nice. The weather's a little hot, which I don't really particularly care for.
Very hot.
But
it's one of those right
it's
now
not bad.
where it's hot in the afternoon,
so
but
hot.
it gets really cold at night.
Yes.
Like I don't get it. I like it when it's hot throughout.
Yeah.
Because and then when it hits
Well, you know
night,
what's good, bro?
it's like you can be in a tank top and chill. And it's not because right now,
Oh, I love
Like,
that.
right
Just
now,
have
if you go
a
out-
nice cold beer.
and like you're wearing just a shirt because it's hot as shit, and then later in the night you're gonna be cold as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't like that shit.
True
Just
that,
gonna start
true that.
watching out for mosquitoes. Fuck them mosquitoes, bro.
I can't wait to
But
set
what
up
I
my
do like
pool.
is that you can leave your window open. Ooh, your pool, bro?
I got one of those big ass above ground pools. It's so chill.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
But you know what isn't chill, bro? Jackie Chan saying the N-word, bro. I was
What's that?
watching Rush Hour the other day.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, what's up, my N? And I was like, oh, man, goddamn.
When was that recorded?
Everyone's getting called out for their bullshit.
hmm
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Let me find this out real quick. We're going to use the power of the internet to find out when the first Rush Hour movie came out.
I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go 93.
96?
It's 98, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
Rush Hour 1 came out in 98.
Okay.
So anyways, the scene in question is they're in the bar. They went to go extort some people for some information. Chris Tucker's like, follow my lead
Mhm.
and do as I do. So, Chris Tucker, being an African-American man, he walks in. He says, what's up, my N, to the bartender. Walks in, this and that. And that's supposed to be like a funny parody, right? Like Jackie Chan doesn't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be lost
Okay,
in
but
translation.
you're forgetting a
right? 'Cause he's
crucial
fresh
part.
from Jap-
He started firing off those words. He wasn't just saying it once.
Yeah, he said it at least 3 times.
Yeah, he was
Fired
firing
up,
him
like,
off.
What's up, my N? Yeah. And then the guy's like, what'd you say? What's up, my N? What'd you say? And then he says it for the 3rd time, and then that's when he gets beat up. But, I mean, so the movie in question isn't bad. Like, I like Rush Hour. It's just curious to me why some people are getting canceled for shit like this. And, I mean, Jackie Chan's lovable. He's a great guy. And I know that it's a movie, and the setting of it is, like, that's the intent, right? It was to make you laugh at the expense of him
Maybe
being, like,
I also
slightly
think
racist.
like you're saying, it was too early to the point where it was.
No,
like,
it was more like.
I'm not
ignorance.
gonna say it's okay, but it was acceptable. Like people didn't bat an eye at it, and I get what you're saying now that people are getting canceled for less. But I also agree with like what Juan was saying that like it was scripted, so it wasn't like really him. Because I also have that talk where like Robert Downey Jr. did blackface and nothing happened to him.
True, but even he got, like, his shit got pulled into question. You know?
No,
like,
yeah,
they
but
were
like
trying to
no one
cancel
was
him
after
out,
his
right?
head. Like
Yeah, I'm telling you that they were.
didn't
That they were
Drake
like,
do
"That's fucked up that he
blackface?
did
And they
blackface."
actually went after him.
Which Drake?
Like
Bell?
Drake.
The Canadian rapper Drake?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did
Who
some
else
shit
do
like
you
that.
know
I don't
who's
know if
named
it's-
Drake? Who's like a.
Isn't
Yeah.
he African American? Well, I know Drake Bell, and he's in jail right now after
Is he
fighting
really?
in court
Damn.
for like 4 years. Yeah, bro.
I ran into him at
Apparently,
Disney.
Drake Bell. Bullshit, really?
He was always there. I always ran
Well,
into him.
apparently, Drake Bell.
Yeah,
The
he was
fucking
always
guy
at
from Drake
Disneyland.
and Josh.
Yeah, he was always there. Like Mark, we'd be going with Mark, and he'd just be like, "Oh, look, there he is today," and he'd just be there kicking it.
No shit.
Yeah, he was always there.
Well, anyways, apparently he was like being weird with kids,
Uh-oh.
and he was sending like sexually
Oh,
explicit
shit.
messages to minors, and then they were like trying to catch him slipping. And I think in the state of Ohio, and so he said, "Nah, fuck that." He moved to South America because I don't think it's Mexico specifically, but he moved to South America and changed his name to Drake Campana and started making apparently banging ass Spanish music, bro.
What?
And, the long arm of the law finally caught up with him 2 days ago, and so he's getting felony charges. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk.
But he wasn't
Yeah, he's
smart
getting
enough to go to
felony
somewhere that
charges.
he couldn't get extradited.
Fuck him. I mean, I don't think Mexico extradites you anyway, or South America extradites you, but I mean, those charges are waiting for him in America if he ever comes back or if they bring him back. But anyways, yeah, Drake.
Oh yeah,
Fucking isn't he like African American?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know that like when he had that beef with Pusha T, and he dropped that song about him that he like came forward about his kid.
oh yeah,
But like,
oh
he,
yeah. I remember that picture.
the cover of the song
It
was
looked
Drake,
very awkward.
Drake in blackface.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked very awkward.
Really? I mean, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like not a good look.
Maybe I just
Yeah,
assumed
that picture.
that Drake was always African American, so maybe I'm in the wrong here because this is not the right thing. Oh shit! So he's intentionally trying to be racist.
Yeah, but
That's
like you said, I think he is African American.
Okay, so for those of you guys that sorry, I forget that we don't have a video portion of our podcast. So Jose held up a picture of the picture in question of Drake doing blackface, and he had honestly like his face was like pitch black, and then he had drawn like comically big red lips around his face. So he looked like the very racist cartoon drawings of African American males back in like the late 1940s. So yeah, pretty bad. Fuck, I don't know, dude. If he's not African American, that's terrible. If he is, I think that's still bad.
I think it's
like,
even worse.
Isn't it kind of like his? You think so?
Hell yeah! If you're doing that
Yeah.
shit,
I mean, as a Hispanic man, I clown on my race all the time. Is it bad? Am I in the wrong for being like for perpetuating some of those stereotypes of my race?
no. But
I guess
like,
I guess because I'm not part of the solution, I guess I'll say yes, right?
I guess yeah.
Because you're not trying to like end those stereotypes, you're only like enforcing them, even if it's. So
Okay,
because
but
I'm
do
doing
you
it to
really
someone
think
of
in
my
this world
race, I wouldn't
stereotypes
consider
are
it
just
bad,
gonna disappear? Like no matter how hard we try
no,
or push,
I think everyone.
stereotypes I think are always gonna be
mean-
here. And then I think what you need to do is just refrain yourself from like applying those stereotypes in
True.
the real world and being disrespectful to people.
Well, stereotypes are learned, yeah.
Definitely.
Like racism is learned. I think
I'd
in a world
I'd
where
argue
we
that
kinda
most of the
like-
stereotypes I learned would be like in elementary school
right.
when we didn't know better.
So my point is that to answer your question, yeah, I think we could live in a world where stereotypes aren't a thing, but we're gonna have to work for it. We're gonna have to work towards it.
I don't think
People are gonna
stereotypes
actively
will
wanna, like,
ever go away. I'm pretty sure stereotypes were around when like back the Greeks and the Romans and empires were still around. These probably empires like, oh yeah, this empire does this, like, stereotyping them.
Well, like, whenever there are groups of people, there are always going to be
Yeah,
some tribalism that happens, where it creates like a us versus them mentality, and you could see it keeps happening. Yeah. I think it's just something that's built into us, so we feel connected because like I'm part of this group. You know.
I think the only way that like racism is like overpowered is when these two groups run into a problem they both equally hate and they put it to the side. But then because they're like giving up racism to come together, they now found something else they hate and they disassociate with.
a common hatred.
Yeah. So like I'm saying like
I hate that.
say, like,
I hate
Asians.
this.
is
Like-
my friend.
like
So,
the
that's what I'm
enemy
saying,
of my
the
enemy
Trump,
is
the
my
Trump
friend.
office and everything, like blacks
Yes.
and Mexicans were coming together, and like sure, there's a lot of deep like in those gangs down there. There's like heavy racism amongst them. Like they do not fuck with each other. But when it
Yeah.
came down to like these movements, these Black Lives Matter movements, fuck Trump, you can see these gangs come together, like they're putting it to the side for new hatred.
True.
So like it's I feel like it's just a revolve.
True.
It's just gonna keep revolving. It's just a one big circle. There's always got to
Well,
be
that's like
something.
building a house
There's always
on-
something we hate.
That's such a
Mhm.
terrible thing, though.
Mhm.
Like
That's how we
the
are,
analogy
bro.
I'm
That's
making,
just
it's
how-
like building a.
It's just what we do.
I don't believe it, bro.
Dude, there's
I don't
always
believe
something
that
we're gonna
everyone's like
hate.
that. I don't.
Always. Not everything.
I believe that. I believe there's always something we're gonna hate, but I don't think that it takes hating something else or hating someone else, some other group, to bring us together.
I think that's
that we can
it's probably not the
figure some
only
shit
way,
out.
but it's a proven effective way.
Yeah. Either that or a tragedy.
Yes.
After a tragedy, people are more, receptive to
But
and
wouldn't the
maybe
tragedy be
understanding to the other
a
group.
cause for hatred?
Because even though
Yeah, for some people,
Yeah,
yes.
like if a tragedy
What was that?
happens,
Tragedy is a.
the coming together is of the hatred of whatever just happened, or whoever caused that tragedy. Like not even if it's a person, say
Ah.
like who's most loved in the world right now? Fucking I don't fucking say like Tom Hanks. Say like COVID killed Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is not most loved.
Okay, Mr. Rogers.
It has
Is
to
he-
be
did
Mr.
he
Rogers.
die, though?
Or the painting
Mr.
guy.
Rogers, bro.
The painting
Bob
guy
Ross.
was pretty loved. No one hated him.
You can't hate him. You just can't hate him.
Oh yeah, Bob Ross.
But like, say like, some weird
Mm-hmm.
disease killed Bob Ross, everyone would now hate that disease.
Mhm.
Or it's like when they killed Steve Irwin, no one likes fucking
True.
stingrays anymore.
I still fuck with Stingrays.
Fuck stingrays, they took out my man.
Okay.
I'm not being.
Oh,
like,
just-
all
I'm
of a
not-
sudden-
I'm not
Really,
trying to
Richie.
be
All of a
anti-meta.
sudden,
I'm
Richie.
just saying.
Oh,
that I
so
still
just-
fuck with Stingrays. I like them.
So just fuck Steve Irwin then,
All,
huh?
all of a sudden.
Look, bro. Stingrays are wild animals. Steve Irwin knew what he was doing when he started fucking with wild animals. He fucked with lions, he fucked with bears, he fucked with poisonous snakes, he fucked with alligators and crocodiles. My mans knew what he was getting into when he started jumping on top of shit. Is it unfortunate that he died to a stingray of all fucking animals? Yes. Like, to get marked out by a stingray after fighting all kinds of crazy things is, like, whack as fuck. Especially when you've been around lions,
Anticlimactic.
tigers, and elephants, and rhinos, and you know what I mean? Like, you die to some shit that looks like a flat piece of, like, skin or something that's gliding under the water. But I don't hate, like I said, I wouldn't say that I hate stingrays. I think they're cool. But I just don't believe that it takes something like that for us all to come together. I think it takes an understanding. Like you have to want to learn this information. You know what I mean? Or you have to be taught this information. Because I don't think that it's fair to say that like you're gonna hate everybody forever. You know what I mean? Like we as a society or as a people, we got to come to that realization. Like, hey, let's just like knock this shit out. Like it's not that hard, bro.
I feel like
you know
in
what I mean?
Isn't that everything about life? Everyone's always got to have a side.
I feel like
Yeah.
with the whole tragedy thing, I don't think it's the hatred of the tragedy. I feel like it's the empathy that we naturally have for each other, but we choose not to feel it until we see what the other people are going through.
Bro, in this world, like
Right.
let's not talk about real world issues, but like into depth. But let's just say like abortion, big issues like abortion, gun laws, shit like that. Like what you said, we can just come together and it's like fucking nut up and let's just get it done. But there's always gonna be sides.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah, and then that's what.
But
there's never gonna be one thing that makes everyone just happy unless you tell everyone we're all getting $1 million.
But there is some sort of
And
understanding.
then I feel like there will be people that be like, "Fuck that."
I feel like there is some kind of power in
No.
keeping people separated as well, because if everyone's working together, everyone's striving for a goal, if like across the board, it's much harder to control people. I feel like.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I want to control people. You know what I mean? 'Cause
What do you
that's-
think the
No,
government
he's talking
does?
about like the
Yeah.
government. Yeah, he's talking about the government. That's exactly
Yeah.
what they want. It's easier to control people when they're divided.
Mhm.
Well, let's not get too crackpotty yet. I like where you're going with this, but let's answer the question at hand first. I think that we can, and I understand your points of view, Jose, that we can't control how people like internalize things that happen in their life or whatever. You know what I mean? I know you said abortion, and that one's pretty hot right now. That's like a fresh out the fucking fire hot.
Yeah.
I think that women are entitled to their.
Well,
bodies,
with
the same way that
abortion,
we're entitled to our
Yeah.
bodies.
I just think it's like, do whatever the fuck you want, man. If someone wants to get an abortion, go do it. If you're against abortion, then just don't do it. But leave everyone, like, let everyone be.
Yeah, I think that the choice should be.
Yeah, just
right.
if you
I think
like,
the
if you
choice
don't
should be
believe
there.
it, then just don't do it, and teach your kids not to do it, or hang out with people that don't do it.
Like the people
But
who
don't
stand
go
out, like the
fucking
clinics,
telling
like
people
yelling
that
at
they're
people
wrong.
who, yeah.
Like, just
Yeah, I mean,
just stay the fuck out of it, dude. Right at my house, there's
Because they're
one
trying
right
to
there.
force
They're
feed you
always
their
out
opinions.
there with the little signs.
That's what they're trying to do.
It's like, bro, give it up. Yeah, it's like, just give it up. You're losing sleep over this shit, bro. People are still gonna do it. Just shut the fuck up.
but here's the thing, bro. Here's the issue, is that they're trying to mix religion with politics, and that's part of like one of our. Is it a bill amendments?
But-
Whatever, is that we're not allowed? We're not
Mhm.
supposed to mix.
One
Religion and
day, I
politics.
really
Yeah.
hope that the church and science officially comes together, because I also do think the churches are coming to the understanding now that
So,
This is a battle
so
they're
they
gonna
need to move
eventually
to a
lose.
different kind of perspective.
Yeah,
yeah, they're gonna have to resolve this if they want to keep their following and they want to keep their money. If they're smart, they're gonna figure out that at some point we're gonna have
Or
to
who
combine
knows
these
if this
things.
shit's already figured
and
out.
then
Maybe
salvage
it's in
what
the
we have.
Pope's like secret library that we don't know about. Who knows what's in there?
Maybe, but like these religious people, they're gonna
Bro,
just,
but the hammer of science
is gonna come down on them, and it's I think it's gonna cause like some fucking wild shit, like these deep Christian people.
Bro, but we already
Like,
saw
the whole
what
world's just
happened
gonna turn upside down.
when this happened during the
yeah, but
Great Awakening. There was a time period where people started like, moving further away from religion and
Mhm.
more. Yeah.
But weren't they getting like killed?
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
the
bro.
churches were killing them.
yeah, they were calling them heretics
Mhm.
and they were killing the shit out of them. But the thing about the hammer of science is it doesn't give a fuck about anybody,
Mm-mm.
whether you believe
Yeah.
it or not.
No, it's because
It's gonna beat the shit out
the
of
people of
everybody.
science are getting too smart. 'Cause these church fucks don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude. I've always wanted, like, when I go to church with like my parents, or like I haven't gone in a while, but when I used to go for my sister's, like when she was doing her, I think it was like her baptism or her first communion, whatever, and I would see the dude like in the front that like led the whole thing, and like he would be talking, and then you could talk to him afterwards, and I'd go talk to him every once in a while. I was like, man, this guy was. Anybody can do what he was doing, dude. He was not that bright. Not bright at all, man.
I don't think you need to be smart, bro. To be a priest, you just need to know the word of God, and you need to preach it in such a way. Like, you need to have charisma. To me, I think, to be someone like that in church, because you got to convince people to believe your way of thinking, or to believe a book. And you got all this shit written in a book. Now, am I gonna say that there's no lessons to be learned in the book of God?
Oh no, you could definitely
No.
learn a lot of things from
I think
it.
the Bible. I think the
Definitely,
Bible
yeah.
has plenty of like lessons to be learned. Do I
True.
disagree with religion and a lot of the shit? Yes, because religion, like, so my beef with it has always been that they want you to be a better person, and I understand that humans are flawed and you can't be perfect, but people use that as a shield to say, no, God will forgive me. I'll be a piece of shit and I'll pray for forgiveness. I don't think that's how it works, bro. You can't be a piece of shit and just hide behind religion just because God said it's not that way. Which touches on abortion and shit, right? Like, people are saying you're killing kids, but you're not doing anything for those kids that live. Well, you're putting them in the fucking, I don't even know what it's
in a
called.
situation where like the parents didn't even want them.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like, yeah, we tried to abort you, but it didn't work, or we didn't take.
Like, could you imagine how that fucking conversation? Hey, son / daughter, whatever. Yeah, I didn't want to have you, but my state forced me to.
but those
give
religion
birth to you,
fucks.
So now you're here,
Yeah.
and I don't even want you. You know what I mean? Like, how fucked up is that? And then now they've created an orphan who's going to be a part of a system that's been proven to, like, fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bad.
Yeah.
Like, mentally, physically, like, that whole, like, social worker system. I don't blame the social workers because they're trying their hardest. They're pouring their heart out. They went into that field because that's what they believe in, right? That's the fight. That's the fight they want to fight. But, you know, not everyone has good intent for those children. And, you know, not everything can be done for those children because things fall through the cracks. And that's a fault on us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think that's terrible that we're enabling that because of God or religion. Like, I don't think that's right. I think that we should...
But...
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
But don't you feel like how it's weird that they say that there is a split between religion and politics, but every single president, if you listen to any of their speeches,
God,
guess
there's always God.
what they always
God.
said.
Yeah.
God bless America. God this. God wants that.
They do it just so
I
they can
bet you
keep
a
their
majority of them
following.
don't even believe in God, bro. Yeah, 100%.
I promise you, if there was ever a
majority of them don't even
president
give a
that
shit about
didn't
it.
say "God bless America," they'd be on his head.
Could you imagine the president just finishing up his speech like, today North Korea got bombed and
We did it.
You know, hail Satan.
God damn it.
Bro, I'm gonna
Those
die
fucking
on this
Satanist
hill.
bastards in America.
I don't like religious people
okay.
just because if you're not like them, they don't like you. And I don't know if that's just people I ran into, but because it's been so common, I will die on that hill. If you're too religious, it's going to be hard for me to get along with you. Very hard to get along with you because from the experiences I've had, and I've talked to people that are very religious, they start immediately trying to compare lives. And if you're not like them, or what their ideals are, you're not a good person to them. They don't care about you.
Well, let's like try and dissect that real quick. Like, what does it matter what they think about?
No,
shit?
exactly. That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
so
If you're too
I'm
religious,
gonna
I'm
sit
just
here-
going to stay
I'm
out
gonna
of your
sit
way.
here-
I don't want to deal with you.
No. Well, I'm gonna agree with you,
Yeah.
Jose, because I also have this prejudice. But as I was listening to you talk, I'm like, well, why the fuck do I have this prejudice? And we were just talking about prejudice.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
like 15 minutes ago.
Hey, I low key
You know what I
might
mean?
have like a fucking hatred to them just because they're pieces of shit because they hate me. So we're back to square one.
But see, here's the thing, though, bro. Is I've had the same experiences as you, and I hate to admit it, but every time I'm around someone who's like overtly religious, and I get like these undertones of like God this,
Yeah, it's
God
like fuck
that,
you,
like
shut up.
I immediately start to write them off.
Yeah, me too.
Because I've had too many like bad experiences with religious people that I'm like I get over them. But that's not fair, right?
But that's the
I don't
people
think-
we're talking about.
I don't
people
think
that
we
are,
should be doing that.
like religious to the fucking core. Like that's just what they live for. That is what they do. Because there are religious people I know that aren't like over religious, but that are really good people and they treat me like another person and they're really cool.
Like I would say because religion has a lot to do with judgment. You're constantly being evaluated
You're right.
by the creator. And because of this, we see that these people are subject to that for a very, very like long time. So when they do hang out or they talk to you, they feel like I held myself to higher standards, and because I've been there my whole life, it's become so rooted in me as a person that I keep doing so and so, or I will
like
keep
that
preaching
shit.
so and so because they feel like since they know that they're going to be judged, or they have faith that they are going to be judged, and they also understand you will also be judged, and if you're not practicing what they're practicing, your judgment will be terrible.
But now my next question is for someone that's like overly religious and like you said they're going to be judging you, and because like they know what the ideal man in God's eyes is, do they believe they are that ideal person?
That's something that we'd have to ask a religious person. I think that they aspire to be. I don't think that they would say that they are. and this is just based off of my assumption, right? I would assume that they try to be the perfect man by the word of God, but I would imagine that they understand that they're gonna fall flat.
That they're
before
flawed
they
in a
reach
way.
that image. Yeah.
But back to what I said. Anyone that's over religious, I'm sorry, but if we're hanging around and you start already with that over religious shit and telling me about how I should change or like what's the ideal thing, I'm gonna walk away, and that's just it. I don't care if
I like what Juan
Most
said
of the
about-
conversations I've had with people like that, like, I know like they've had like really, really, really tough lives. Some people, and you could see that it was necessary for them to commit.
But
to,
are
to-
you
to
saying
their
those are
religion.
like the people that like went through shit and then found the Lord? Okay, but
Yeah.
that's different because like
or found some type of but I feel like those people are way more understanding.
no,
of
yeah,
other people.
I agree with that because I've hung around with people that did like serious time. Actually, my softball coach, that I'm gonna go play
Terrible,
softball.
yeah.
He did time. He came out, he found the Lord, and he just became a pastor. But he never pushes this agenda or anything. He's just like a really, really cool dude. But then I deal with these white people that are religious, and they're just fucking assholes. They never been to prison.
Oh, hold it right there, bro. Hold the phone right there, bro. I want to know why you said religious white people,
Because, okay,
specifically white people.
I think that's like most of the problems I've ran into involving religion and someone that I don't want to deal with. It's always been a white person. And actually, I take that back.
Okay.
There are some Hispanic people that are very religious that act
You're the
just
same
like
type.
those religious white people. And then a lot of Hispanics in my family, or like in immediate family or friends of family that are religious, are not like that at all. But like for the most part, I've run into the white people that are just like, you know who I'm talking about. Like you talk to them and everything's about the Lord. They try to teach you about the Lord. They're like, come through here. It's like, dude, like leave me. I don't even want to talk to you no more, man. Like you ruined it. Everything.
The issues I've had with this, like that you're talking about, have been with Christian people
Yeah,
specifically.
same thing. It's always been Christians.
Catholics, they get on. Catholics get on their shit, but if you blow them off, well, then they just kind of get like, well, fuck it, you're gonna burn in hell. I don't give a fuck. The Christians are the ones that keep like pushing.
You're right.
Um,
You're right.
Not to single anyone out. If you're Christian and you like Christianity and you believe in God and you do whatever and you listen to podcasts, good for you, bro. Like I hope that brings you peace. For me though, I've had experiences with Christianity that I wasn't like super cool with. I used to go to church and I was Christian for a little bit, but when I started to like, their message is pretty cool. Be a good person. Try and be the best person you be. Try and help other people out. As you get older, though, you start to realize that they're trying to push an agenda of Christianity, and they're trying to like, quote unquote, for those of you guys that can't see, obviously, I'm doing air quotes. They're trying to quote unquote save people, and they push their religion onto people, especially in like poor countries or poor states or whatever. You know, like, hey, we'll give you food, we'll give you guys clothes, we'll do this, whatever, but you got to become a Christian. You got to become a Christian. You know what I mean? I don't think that's right. I think if you're gonna help people, you help
But
them regardless.
but
I don't
like
think
looking
there
at
needs
it
to be
from
a
their
price on it.
perspective,
You
you
know
could
what I
say
mean? But
since
that's just
God
my
gives
point of view.
them all their blessings or the power to or the resources to be able to give to other people, I feel that's why they feel that you should join because you're still receiving those resources and they came from God. I feel that's why they do that, and it also spreads their agenda more and more.
Right.
So I have a quick.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna name anyone just in case, but I had a close experience with it. One of my buddy, we were friends from high school, and we had a friend that became very, very religious, which made him happy, which is good, dude. Do what makes you happy. And he was a closer friend to one of my better friends, and he was my mutual friend. But my better friend would always tell me, that he would always tell him like, yeah, come through the Bible study
Mm.
at my house, come through this, come through that, and he'd like start like separating from him because like he was just everything about it was religion. Everything was, we're gonna hang out and do this. We're gonna go to church. We're gonna sit down and do Bible study. And then one day he hit him up. It's like, Saturday we're gonna come to my house for my birthday. Come through. And he's like, yeah, I'll go show up for your birthday. He's like, all right, like we're gonna sit down and do Bible study for my birthday. And then he was just like, oh, okay. And so like my friend was under the impression he was gonna go like maybe hang around for his birthday, celebrate his birthday, but it was something completely else. So my friend felt discouraged. So he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna go.
Mm.
But like an idiot, when he went out, I think he maybe went like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. He posted his food with the beer, and then the religious friend hit him up like, "Damn, really? Like that? Like you're gonna, instead of coming around with me and like doing Bible study for the Lord, you're out sitting and drinking the beer?" And then like when I heard about it, I was just like,
Bro, people change.
"Dude, shut
People
the
change.
fuck up!" Like shut the fuck
I mean,
up.
I can kind of see it from Old Boy's perspective because he's trying to save him, right? Like in his eye, he's trying to save his soul, and that's like his best friend. So he wants his best friend to find salvation.
Yeah, but it's like, shut
But this
the
is my assumption,
fuck
okay?
up.
I mean, I think both people are at fault. Yeah, one guy for being a little too like overt about how he like the expectations he wants for his friend, and then his buddy for not like setting those boundaries and saying, "Hey, I'm happy that you found God, but like this isn't for me, bro. Like I enjoy you as a person."
No, I think that was
I just
already
don't enjoy,
established.
Like, doing this. Oh, then fuck. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he had already told him like, man, like I don't want to do that. Like I don't I like you, but I don't like that's not for me. I don't want to do that.
Oh, then I don't know. I mean, I guess if that's the case, then I guess he was pushing his.
No, he's been
his
very
beliefs on
pushy
it,
with
yeah.
it, and I don't know if he stopped as of late.
I mean, we can't. Like, who are we to
Yeah,
say?
no.
that someone shouldn't be religious.
that's-
right?
that's
Like,
never
if
been
if
the case.
If, that's
It's
what
like-
If it makes
floats
you
your boat.
happy,
He's
then
Jose's
do
trying to
it.
make the cases like, why are you trying to push?
Yeah.
You could see this
Yeah,
is the
if you
day I
wanna
wanted
do
to
it,
go
do it.
celebrate with you guys for this day, but
Me.
you're trying to push.
No,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's yeah.
it's like, why are you trying to bring me along if I've already told you that I have no interest in it?
Well, I understand that. I'm just trying to make. Well, my statement is that even if that's the case, you know what I mean. Like, there's nothing we can do about it at that point.
Sure.
If you've already expressed that you don't want to be a part of that, but you enjoy the person and you want to hang out with them, there's nothing we can do. All I can say is that that's what they want for their life. We have to respect that as a person. And if we don't like that, well then fuck it. We just keep it pushing. You know what I mean?
Have you ever read?
That's
I
all
feel
we
like
can do.
with that
And we-
religion aspect. It's always no in between. It's always you run into someone that's very Christian and they try to push it on you, or immediately you're not
Very
Christian and they
I've
think
seen
they're
that
above
many
you
times.
and they have nothing to do with you. It's really hard to find it in between, and I think with like the Hispanic Catholics that I've dealt with and like family and stuff like that, they're not like that at all, man. They'll try to tell you, it's like they'll tell you to your face like you should go to church, like vente a la iglesia, like you're gonna go to hell, this
Yeah,
and
you're
that,
right.
but like they won't anything for, they'll bag you for it,
True.
but they won't like press the issue, and if you're not Catholic, they're not gonna cut you off. At least that's what I've dealt with.
Yeah.
Because I have also heard of families
And I-
saying that,
and-
like, when, like, say, like, a daughter's raised, like, Christian, and then she's, like, starts veering away from Christianity, but her parents are very religious, like,
Yeah.
they kick her out of the house.
I kind of like what
Like,
the
you're not
Amish
gonna
do.
follow these ideals, this
They
religion,
raise
then
them
get
in
the
the
fuck out.
they raise them in their religion the whole time, but then they give them a whole
did
year
they
to
do?
go experience the world. And if they want to be out in the world as it is after they've experienced it, they can stay out in the world. But if they enjoyed, like,
I would love
could
to
you
see
imagine? 'Cause,
statistics
like,
on how
if you're
many
not
come
in-
back. Dude,
Oh
yeah, I mean,
my
imagine
God.
leaving and
They'll
you,
go
like, run
running
into a
back to
Burger
the
King's like,
Amish,
what
bro.
is this?
No one wants Burger King.
Well, they've made movies about that, haven't they? But the Amish is like, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's such a oddly hyper specific example.
But
right? Because that's
I
a
do
group
believe
of people that they do everything old timey.
The wrong way.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then
But they're
then
happy. They're
I
happy.
think their shit's called Rumspring. That period is called Rumspring, where they just go fucking buck ass wild.
Hey, but they're
And
happy.
I don't know, man. Maybe some. Yeah, bro, they're happy as fuck. I mean, are they though? I mean, I don't fucking know.
I'm sure they're happy, but I'd also love to see how. Like, I didn't know that they had that 1 year to go experience the world. I'd
think
love
that
to see
amount.
like how many come back, or like how many stay in the
a
real
good
world.
amount of them. Yeah, me too.
I'd love to know that
Yes.
number.
I think there's because I would imagine that there's a lot of like
This is
social
the
pressure
world.
from your family.
Definitely, but like imagine
come
going
out.
out. It's like
And there's
holy shit!
expectation.
Like look at that car. That looks dope.
Yeah, bro, like seeing stuff for the first time, like having your phone for the first time.
A
Like,
phone,
you know
dude.
what
I
mean?
just thought of
That's
a
an
phone.
experience.
Imagine having a phone,
Mm-hmm.
seeing a
The internet.
plane.
That's a fucking experience. You know what I mean? I just,
God damn it.
it's crazy to think. You know?
How many of them end up on Pornhub for the week straight?
God damn it. Girls Gone Wild?
This is tight.
But you know what? This
Mhm.
this kind of like begs another question. As I was talking to my buddy of mine, he's a gay man, and he was expressing this concern of like Pride Month. So for those of you guys that don't know, Pride Month started this month on the 1st, and he was saying that a lot of companies now are making the cash
Okay.
grab on gays by rainbow washing everything.
I-
Those are his
mhm.
words, by the way, verbatim. And I'm like, well, I don't know, because I would assume that's the case, right? Because every year after Pride Month, like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but more and more companies like put up their rainbow logo for
Mhm. And they sell something with
whatever
it.
time.
Well,
Yeah, bro. So he's saying that the people are just cashing in on this.
This is true, but at the same time,
Because it's
isn't
like,
it
yeah.
bringing awareness to it? Like, isn't it the whole point of Pride Month? Like
That's
to
what I
like
was.
have it get blown up everywhere, so everyone's like it's here. This is what it is, and this is
Right.
what we do. But like, I get it. A lot of companies are exploiting the like marketing aspect of it and like cashing out on it. But
He's saying though, or his argument is that the intent is
Yeah.
not like
yeah, oh, okay,
It's not
that it's
good.
not for the
He's-
good; it's for the money.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I
that's
mean,
what he's saying. Like,
I get that, but would you rather, if say a company wasn't backing Pride Month,
yeah,
then
sure.
they'd be pissed at it for not being like a part of the community.
Yes.
so do you think that companies are stuck between a rock and a hard place? Like, if
I
they don't
think
support
I
Pride
think they
Month, then
understand that they need
automatically
to
out themselves?
they need to make an effort to like be like supportive of Pride Month, and these companies obviously is always money first. They could give two fucks if two dudes are blowing each other. They don't care. Maybe some people
All right,
amongst
then let
the-
me ask you guys this. Then let me
Yes.
ask you guys this: as a business, as the
Yeah,
Doobie
dude,
Show
yes,
business, do
yes,
we support
yes.
Pride Month?
I'm
gonna say
do
I
it,
support
yeah.
Pride
do
Month.
whatever you want. I don't care. If it makes you happy, do it.
We're corporate sellouts.
But
now,
if
guys.
we had T-shirts, you better
money.
believe we'd be selling Pride Month T-shirts because we also want that money.
God damn it,
Bro, the
we
only
want
color
everyone's
that
money.
matters
Just
is
black,
green.
white, purple. We want it all, buddy.
Yeah.
It's that cheddar cheese, baby. But for real, I mean, I think it's kind of fucked up. But I understand. There's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's that hard.
It's just
I
a marketing
understand
thing.
their struggle.
Literally a cash grab. Just because they know
Definitely.
it's like, hey man, we can make quick money real quick.
But not only that, like, if they don't do it, then there's going to be the people that are like, oh, fuck.
Well,
those
yeah,
people
it's like,
don't
well,
support
fuck
that.
Burger King. They didn't sell a Pride Month burger or some shit.
No, Burger King's doing the chicken sandwich.
I
And
had
they're
it
taking-
yesterday.
So
It's pretty good.
Check it. I just saw this on the internet right now. Burger King selling a chicken sandwich. Money from the chicken sandwich is sold is going to the LGBTQ community. And they made a jab at Chick-fil-A saying, you guys are fucking assholes. We make a better chicken sandwich, and you guys are anti-gay.
Okay,
Well,
so
we
I
make a better
had
chicken
I
sandwich
had
than
the
you, and
Burger
we
King
support the
chicken
gays, and we
sandwich
donate money to the
yesterday.
Hell no.
It's good. It's really good, but it's not better than Chick-fil-A's.
Is it better than Popeyes?
They do.
No.
Dude, do you guys remember when like people
'Cause I think
were
Popeyes has
selling
a
those
good
fucking
chicken
I
chicken
still think
sandwiches for like
Popeyes
$20?
is up
bucks?
there.
Like,
Yeah, I think
outside of
is up there.
Popeyes? And people were getting stabbed for chicken
The
sandwiches?
McDonald's one's good. On
bro.
offer up,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
people were getting
It
stabbed.
was a crazy time in the world. The Popeyes by the apartment was popping. That shit was.
I remember I tried going there every single time I went to your apartment to see if I could finally get one, and I've never got one. I went on multiple occasions with
the
one of you.
day-
I want to say it was with you, Richie. We kept going, and they're like, "Yeah, we're out for the day."
Bro, I still remember the day that they released like their official, hey, the chicken sandwiches are out today.
Mhm.
For some reason, I got off of work early, and I went to go pick up
Yeah.
3? 4? Fuck, I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
I got a spicy one and a regular one for sure. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to try them. The hype, you know what I mean? And they were pretty good, dude, like when they first came out, bro. They're still not bad.
They're still
but
good.
Popeyes has this issue with their workers where they don't give a fuck about anything.
Delicious.
And so, like, sometimes it's cooked all the way, sometimes it's not cooked all the way. It's a little bit of a gamble at Popeyes. But when it's cooked right, it's fucking good.
It's
dude.
delicious.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy how that chicken
I don't know, bro.
sandwich
Like-
wave just took over, though. Everyone's got one.
Yeah, bro. But but check it out, though. The reason is because Chick-fil-A came out and they were like, nah, fuck that. We're not
Yeah.
with that. We're a religious company. We don't support anyone that's not in our, like, ideals. And gays are not in our ideals, so fuck them.
And
They didn't say that verbatim, right? But
it's pretty
their
much,
actions
yeah.
proved it. They
Mhm,
support
but-
abortion stuff. They support people who legislate for anti-gay rights. Like, they're saying it without saying it. You know what I mean? And as much as you guys are gonna hate to hear this, In-N-Out does the same fucking thing. Like, as much as you guys are gonna hate to hear it, In-N-Out does the same fucking thing. If you guys go to In-N-Out today and you buy a combo, any combo, and you look at the bottom of their cup, there's gonna be a scripture on the inside rim of that cup. Just so you know, every cup has one. Believe it. It's like John 3:14 or some shit like that.
Mhm.
So I don't know, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's a struggle. Like, having a gay brother, it kind of affects me. I would say a little bit more personally, because I don't want him to be discriminated against. You know what I mean? So I actively try and, like, not support places that are against him. But I don't know, man. That rainbow washing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, I don't know, bro. I think the awareness is good. But now I just feel like they're everyone else in America, right? They're getting milked for their money.
Hey, man, but it's better. I understand that, like, the whole marketing of it, but it's better that they're all doing it than having some support towards it. And they're not being assholes and saying,
definitely.
no, fuck that. I don't care what month this is. I'm still not doing it. Fuck the money.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, like, have you guys ever been on a terrible date before? I hate to, like, change gears so quickly, but I think we beat that last topic in, like, a good spot. So I'm kind of like,
Terrible date.
what's, like, the worst date you've ever been on? Or what's, like, the best date you've ever been on?
Oh.
If you guys can't think of any or too scared to
Okay.
go first. just let me know.
So I went to go pick up this girl, and I totally got catfished. Totally, because I didn't do the FaceTime or any of that. So I picked her up, and I was just like, "Who the hell is this?" And you know, like, she was like laying it on thick. She was like, "Oh, you're so handsome. You're so strong. Give me a hug." Like, you know what I mean, right? So the whole time I was just like, why? Like, why? Why would you lie about any of that? And thinking that like, and
would you do
thinking
this
like
to me?
I wouldn't notice, or like,
In what ways did you get catfished? Like, she used completely different pictures? No way. Like, completely,
Yeah.
like another girl?
yeah. Yeah.
No
No
way.
shit.
And
really?
so I took her we went
I've been
bowling.
catfish too, bro. I'll
And,
tell my
like-
story after yours.
I was sitting there like as we were playing, and she was whooping my ass, and and like I was starting to get hot about it, and I was just like, you know what?
God damn it.
I need to go. I have something I gotta do, so I'm gonna drop you off right now. And she was just like, oh, okay. And then when I drove her back to her house, and it was like really, really like, you know, like sad and like awkward. And then she was still trying to like get a hug and a kiss, and I was just like, I'll do a hug because when she came in to hug me,
No.
I swore I smelled Jumbo Jack. Like, it smelled bad, rancid Jumbo Jack. And I was just like...
Bro, why
I
you
think you're
fucking
just a
lying to me
hater
right now,
because
bro?
she fucked
no,
you up
no,
at
no.
bowling.
I'll give it to her. She whooped my ass. She was way better than me.
Well, it doesn't take... dude, a blind kid can do better than you. I've seen you.
That is true. That is true. I've almost hit someone, destroyed somebody
Dude, I've
with
never
a pro
seen...
bowling ball.
Juan is known for letting go on his backswing, so the bowling ball goes the complete wrong way.
Bro, it's because he always gets gills before he starts bowling, bro. That's why he's fucking up.
He's terrible, bro. Terrible.
No, bro. I understand your sentiment completely, Juan. I've had a similar experience. But for me, it wasn't that she's a completely different, like, picture. It's that she got me with, like, these angles. And...
That's your
I don't
fault,
know.
bro.
I never felt the need. It is, bro. But I've never felt the need to be like, hey, let's FaceTime or let's do this or let's do that. Like, why would you lie to me? You know, like you're trying to get into a relationship. So, anyways, we ended up meeting at the Victoria Gardens. She was already waiting to get a table, and like I walk into the business, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. You know, like I text her, hey, I'm here, and I'm like scanning the area for her. And I'm like, I don't see you. And she's like, oh, is that you with the whatever? And I'm like, yeah, where you at? And she like raises her hand at me, and I'm like, instantly, and like, it's not instant regret, but I'm like,
No way.
oh my God, that's not you. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm not into like bigger women, but I'm definitely not into being lied to. You know what I mean? So that was like not cool. And then on top of that, she was like really awkward and shy. So every time I was like trying to start a conversation, because you know, like by that time I was like, fuck it, I'm already here. I might as well have a good time, have a beer, get to know this person a little bit, and then whatever. So this whole time I'm trying to talk, and she's giving me like, yeah, no, haha, okay, cool. Like, she's giving me all these short answers. Dude, I get to a point where I'm like, man, fuck this. Fuck this. If you're not having a good time, then why the fuck am I wasting my time here? So I'm like, I pretend I get like a phone call from a buddy, and I'm like, hello? I'm like, oh,
Richie,
give me a
before
second, I'll be
you
right back.
finish that, I'm going to teach you a valuable lesson, and now you're in on it, okay? If you ever
Let's
need
go.
that, you're in that situation again, text me Gryffindor. Okay? This is what me and my buddies do. Whenever we're in trouble of anything like that, or like something like anything, which is like a date or you're with the girl and you need to get out of there as soon as possible, you text one of us Gryffindor, and that's all you need to say, and within 5 minutes you'll get a phone call that says, hey man, my car's not starting, I'm over here in Chino, I need you here right now. And then you're out of it. Every time. It's flawless.
Badass, bro.
And that way, if they're looking
See,
over
I
your
didn't have
shoulder,
one.
all you got was a Gryffindor. What the fuck does that mean?
So anybody who
Yeah.
listens to the
Like this
podcast,
motherfucker
you
must
can
like
go
Harry
ahead
Potter.
and text us Gryffindor if you have our numbers, and
Yeah,
we
it's like
will
super
bail you
conspicuous.
out. We will bail you out.
Yeah, if you ever need me, please go through the Twitter, Gryffindor me,
God damn it.
and I will be there.
I will have a broken leg.
I will have a flat tire that day.
Be helpful. God
But
damn it.
continue, Richie.
I will have crash, and I need your expert like advice. So I pretended to get a phone call, and I'm like, "Hey, I gotta go. Like my friend's called me. He needs me to help him out." Like, I don't even remember what the excuse is at this point. I gotta go pick him up. He has a flat. I don't remember. But like, I paid for the tab, and I was like, all right, I'll see you later. No hug, no nothing. I was just like, dude, I'm out.
Mhm.
Like, I treated you to dinner, and it was cool, but it wasn't that cool, so I'm out. And then I hate to admit it, but I did ghost her. So you know, I think she got. I think we kind of got to a point where like she understood that mistakes were made because she didn't bother texting me either. You know what I mean? So I was like, whew, weight lifted off my shoulders. But, yeah, bad experience dating there. But I've also had like cool ass
Now,
experiences dating.
like now, I've gotten to the point like if that shit ever happens to me again, you're gonna get a cold fucking. I'm gonna peel off on your ass.
Where you going? Home.
Bitch, unlike you, I'm not a liar, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm going home.
But that's the beef, right? Like, I don't think anyone likes being lied to, and I think that's a bad like. I don't know, because I don't know if that should give you a sense of their character, or if they just have such like low confidence that they feel they need to lie, to like trap somebody. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's good or bad, or if there's like a good reason to be upset about that.
I'm just.
But when dates go good,
I'm just
bro,
saying because
badass.
I don't want to waste my time. Not anymore. Now, if you're gonna waste my time with that shit, no.
I feel it.
But yeah, some of the dates have been great.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I'm trying to think of like a really good date I've been on that kind of stuck with me. I don't know, man. Like, there's been times that I've been at Disneyland that were fun.
I don't know for
Yeah, but Disneyland, you can go with whoever, and you're gonna
Multiple.
have fun. I love Disneyland.
Disneyland's tight, bro.
Only thing with
Uh,
Disneyland is I don't like those people. Like I don't know if you saw on Twitter and shit that when they went back for the first time after COVID, they were like grown ass men were like crying their eyes out because they were finally back.
Yeah.
That got weird.
was
That
weird,
weirded
bro.
me out a little bit. It's like, man, I like Disneyland too, but
reminiscing.
fuck.
I just think that's how they cope. Like, maybe their life is so shit that they just gotta
Maybe, dude.
because that gives them their peace of mind. I don't know, bro. Yeah. Oh, you know what was a badass date I went on? I went snowboarding. That was tight. That was a badass.
I've never been snowboarding,
You
but
guys
I've
ever been
made it a
snowboarding?
mission to go this year.
Snowboarding's lit, bro.
like I don't know. Like for me, it would be just like the chilling moments. Like say we just go to the mall, we go and we hang out, we play at GameWorks or something. We go get something to eat, watch a movie. We have a great time. We're laughing, we're hugging, we're kissing. You know. And the one that I felt like the best about it was just me and this person had such a great connection that we were just hanging at the park and just enjoying each other's company, and that day was like one of the greatest.
Yeah. Like, you know you're...
But then you cut her off.
God damn it. Never again. But no, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I know we've talked about this plenty before, you know, so it's not like I want to keep beating on it, but dating's weird now, man. Like, it's not, like, terribly weird, but it's different. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's because I'm out of high school or out of college or whatever, but, like, I don't know. It like, dating now is so different to me, at least. Like, I don't really like Tinder or whatever, but I've been on a few dates because I've talked to people on there that were pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just like the hopeless romantic in me, but I've always wanted to meet someone
before,
like
Juan,
at a
what are
coffee
you
shop or
using?
some shit like that.
What's bringing up these dates to you? How are you
The apps, like Richie said,
like making these clicks? Are you
Yeah.
using those?
I'm not that Yeah,
Right on.
just people around.
Like, what about you, bro? How are you getting dates, Jose? Are you getting dates
Man,
through the apps, or are you
bro,
meeting
I haven't
people
gone on a
like, in
date in
places?
so long. I've been so fucking committed to just like, after doing more time that I needed to at Mount Sac, it like really set myself in my head like, dude, I need to hurry the fuck up. So then I just, ever since then to like I graduated on in December, it was just that was my focus. I need to get this shit done. Like I felt like I was going so slow, and it was like really fucking with me in my head because like, dude, like people younger than me are doing what I'm doing and they're finishing up faster than I am, and it was low key upsetting. So like I had nothing like that. Fuck that. Focus up. Get this shit done. And now that I'm done, I'm graduated in the middle of a pandemic. So still dating isn't like a thing. Maybe now everything's fucking finally opening back up. But I was legit on the grind, dude, for 3-4 years now.
So you were actively trying not to be wifed up.
No.
That's what you're telling me. You were
Because being wifed up meant time.
And you know what? I've lost plenty of relationships because I didn't have time for everything. My work, my life.
No, being wifed up meant time, and I needed all the time in the world to get through these classes. When I was taking a workload that I knew I shouldn't be, but because I wanted to finish so early, I'd take these workloads, and it meant like staying out to like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, every night, and then wake up and do it all over again. And I'm not
bro.
gonna.
You were going this hard.
Yeah, dude, I was going
At
hard.
school, bro?
Yeah, I was going hard.
Jesus fucking Christ! What were you doing? Staying up till 3, 4 in the morning,
Dude, 3 in the
You know,
4 in
I
the
was-
morning was a night that I was like, thank God I got to bed early. Sometimes the all-nighters would kick in. Dude,
I've had a
I don't
few
know
of
if you
those,
knew.
but
Juan knew about it. So at Cal Poly, there's a 24-hour lab where it's like
Mhm.
it's never closed. I was there every night, pretty much.
Yeah, and
Oh shit!
And I'd leave campus like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I'd come home and still continue working.
when I was in community college, I also was in the Success Center, which is pretty much the same thing. And I would be there every day, hours. Like I would have like 2 or 3 classes, but when I'm not in class, I would be in the center, figuring things out or getting tutors to help me so I could understand the concepts more. Because those classes were difficult.
I wish I was as dedicated as you guys, but I don't think I ever did that. I mean, I went to the tutoring lab a few times, but never enough times to be
Bro,
like I lived
it's
there.
it wouldn't be until
Thank you, guys.
you studied your hardest. You studied like 30 hours, separate times, and then
And then
and
you'd
you would
fail.
fail, and it hurts so
And
bad.
then you'd be like, yeah, it'd hurt your balls and be like, you know what? I'm not doing enough
Yeah.
still.
I had to be better.
So that's when I started doing my all-nighters, and then I noticed that they were working.
Bro, like after those
Damn,
tests
you guys
like
really
shatter
fucking
you,
pushed
bro.
it to the limit, huh?
You just want to go into your room and just turn off all the lights and just like sit there like
Well, I think you guys are better men than me then, because I've had this morality shattering test before, and it
it
like
does
shut
shut
me
you down, bro.
No, I've had that.
You guys were like, you guys kept pushing. I was like, fuck. I poured my heart out, and I'm still like not getting what I need to be. I'm
Yeah.
still not at where I need to be. Like,
But the thing is, like,
fuck, dude.
no matter what you do, sometimes you can put in all this time and all these all-nighters I busted, and I was prepared as fuck for whatever I was studying, and then you show up to the test, and it was like sometimes not like what you studied at all, and then you bombed it, and you're just like, fuck my life. Like, for what? Like, what did I do all that for? If I just got a fucking 35%.
That fucking blows fat dick.
It
dude.
does, but then-
That's terrible.
You just come accustomed to it. Like for me, when I went into a test, I knew this is either gonna go, I studied well, I prepared well, I'm gonna do good, or some shit I've never seen before is about to show up, and we're all fucked, and then I can't really be mad at myself because I tried them. And I just couldn't apply what I knew, what I studied to this new concept, and that's on me. And well, fuck it. Roll with the punches.
That's all we can do.
Roll with the punches.
Damn, so you guys really
Bro,
went that hard in school.
And it was a real switch for me because like when I was doing when I barely started community college, I was doing engineering tech, which is like a lower version of engineering. But as I continued to do the program, they said like I would be able to get a job that at least pays like 20 to 30 with the skills that I would have. But probably like halfway through the program, I decided to go on my own and try to get a job, and I got a job, and they were paying minimum wage for that position. So I was thinking, why am I? This isn't gonna work out. Why would I spend so much time and effort learning this stuff if I'm not gonna be actually making some money with it? So then I decided maybe I can do engineering, but then I had to take the risk that if I can't do it, like that would fucking hurt, you know? Because it's a field that I've always wanted to get into. So like when I decided to go into the engineering, that's when all that stuff started happening, like all the staying at the success center, the late hours, the study nights, and all that stuff. And then like I saw that I was able to keep progressing, and that gave.
Listen, but another thing, Richie, this thing he's talking about how we put in all this time, it's low key. It does sound bad until you actually do it a couple times and you see the rewards from it, or like how prepared you are for these things that you're learning, and especially if it's something that you enjoy learning, it's not as hassle anymore. Mm-hmm. You actually enjoy it and look forward to like because sitting down and figuring this shit out, no matter how long it takes. Yeah, sometimes I would be like happy. It's like, oh, I'm going to the 24-hour labs. Like, I'm going to be here till like 4 in the morning.
And then you
like,
get into like these groups of people who are as driven as you, and that pushes you to drive yourself like even harder, because you're like,
it makes it a lot easier.
These people are doing the same program, and they're succeeding, so I can also learn how to succeed just like they are.
Mm-hmm. It's a different vibe, but dude, it's very fulfilling, and it feels good. It feels good when you like put in that much time, and you could tell yourself like, for this test I put in about like 30 hours of study time, and then it reflects what you did. It's like, yeah, like this is what it was supposed to come out to. This is exactly what it, like this was the plan, and it went according.
Like, the only time I ever felt like that when I was writing my papers for English.
Same thing,
I'm not
bro.
that great at math, so I would have to, like, put in the effort to, like, try and learn the shit, but, like, for me, the only time I ever felt like this was when I was writing papers, because it became a game.
No, yeah, dude.
And you're like, how the fuck does it become a game? It's because I was trying to beat my teacher. That's how it became a game. Like, I was so confident in my ability to write something, that it was, like, I wasn't just writing to pass, I was writing to beat them, to impress them. And there was, on a few occasions, where my professor had pulled me aside, he's like, hey, why are you wasting so much time here? Like, why did you take so long to, like, apply yourself? This shit is, like, really good. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm just kind of lazy. And then I started making excuses. But I understand what you guys mean, bro.
This is why, like...
Hey, it feels good.
This is why, like, a lot of the times, like, I wouldn't be able to go hang out with anybody, because... Like when I'm in school mode, like I'm not really hanging out or doing anything because I have to apply myself.
Yeah, it used to be time for sure. So now I can understand why you guys have been hashtag single for a long time.
No, yeah.
To bring it back to
like
fucking dating.
When it comes to a relationship, you need time, man. And then this engineering shit, man. It could be like. You go to class, and then the professor just drops it on you. He's like, all right, cool. At midnight, you guys got to do all this shit. And it's like, dude, fuck my life. Or like by Sunday, it's a Tuesday. Like, all right, by Sunday, I want this done. And then you look at it, it's like, dude, I don't. The fuck, I have so much other shit to do, and then this is still due Sunday. And then if you're in a relationship, you're bound to make someone very unhappy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're not able to show them that time, and it definitely sucks because like you meet some really cool people that you wish you could keep there, but you know they go on their own path. But I think that's better because they still need, they have their own needs, you know.
That's cool, bro. I like that you guys haven't been like disheartened by this experience. Where you're like, man, I'll never find someone. You guys are just like, well, I had shit to do, so now that my shit's done, maybe I can find someone. Maybe not. Who knows?
Mm. Yep.
I don't know, man. Relationships are hard work. And that goes for every relationship, not just like trying to have a partner. You know what I mean? Just as friendships or whatever.
Mm.
Making the time for people important. Yeah, at least if you want them to stay in your life, right? That's what this podcast is in some ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an attempt to stay connected to each other, to have fun and fuck around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like it though.
So I feel like this episode we're coming to an end now. We're hitting that sweet spot, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's about that time. So if you guys want to be found, oh, you know what? We didn't have Brandon on today's episode. Fuck, I forgot to bring that up at the beginning. Yeah, Brandon wasn't here. He's off getting like lip injections in his ass or something.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Do not say that butt is fake, bro. We've all seen it.
Yeah, Brandon wasn't here for this one. So this week's episode, sad day. We miss him, but he's doing his thing. He's driving across the country, and then hopefully next episode we get him on.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, it's been great having you. Mm-hmm. Where can you guys be found if you want to be found? Starting with Juan.
Twitter, boys.
Hit us up on Twitter at Dude BS Show.
All right. For that, it's at Dude_BS, all lowercase. Jose, where can you be found if you want to be found, bro?
Twitter. Me with the joint, the gruesome twosome is running the Twitter.
If you guys want to find me, you guys can find me at RCHRich at any place. Caps lock RCH lowercase rich. You can find me anywhere. And if you guys know how to turn off recommendations on Twitter, please let us know.
I was about to say the same thing. Like if our listeners are cosplay only fans, like that would make sense. That's the only recommendations we're getting.
I don't know what the fuck. It's just like it's big boob cosplay girls every time, like OnlyFans.
Maybe those are the listeners, man. Maybe they're the ones listening.
I don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah. So, all right, guys, it's been fun. Episode 19.
We love y'all.
We out.
Peace out.
Bye.